Hey there folks, I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this video. We are looking at another hard seltzer mix pack. Thanks Ben T for giving me the heads up on this though. Apparently the sparkling iced spiked hard seltzer is pretty damn good. Now, sparkling ice, there's a regular sparkling ice. It's basically a flavored water. Flavored seltzer water, and then there's also sparkling ice with caffeine. My kid is a big fan of both of those. This one is sparkling ice spiked hard seltzer. Now, this one was allowed some space in the beer fridge because, like I said, my kid likes the other two sparkling ices. So, throwing them in the regular fridge is just a recipe for disaster. Who the fuck wants that phone call from the school? So this is their winter warmer pack, which implies that there are other flavor variety packs out there for them. And it's got 0 grams of sugar, 80 calories. Oh, 80 calories isn't bad. 4% ABV. Apple cider flavor, cranberry orange, grapefruit juniper. Interesting. And raspberry truffle. So I think I'm going to go apple cider, raspberry truffle, and then cranberry orange because of the bitterness of cranberry, and then grapefruit juniper because I don't know what that juniper is going to be like. So we'll put that one last. In terms of flavor, it could overwhelm some of the others. So apple cider first, 80 calories, 0 carbs. Okay, so that's not bad. Actually, this is not it's not bad because most hard seltzers that I've come across so far have got like 100 calories per can. 0 carbs too, but anyway. 80 is lower than the average number of calories per can for a lot of these hard seltzers. It's got the same tall, slender can. I can smell fucking apple from here. Looks like your typical hard seltzer, nice and clear. We're still going to put them under the light just to see. But yeah, quite effervescent and bubbly. A lot of light getting through there. It's basically just it's a clear, bubbly water. No surprises, again, with the hard seltzers. But there's a hint of it's definitely got an appley aroma, but there's that not necessarily maybe a hint of sourness, but with the effervescence of this one, the bubbles like just tickled my nose. I almost sneezed into it. There's a sharpness to it that I don't normally get from a hard seltzer. I can't put my nose right down in it like I normally can. That's interesting in and of itself. But definitely a very sharp aroma of apple. And the sharpness I mean because it actually gives a tickle and maybe a little bit of a burn in the back of the throat if you inhale it too deeply. Which again, I'm used to seltzers being way more mild than that. So. Oh. Well, shit. It's smooth and crisp and easy to drink. Got that nice light mouthfeel that all seltzers do. Actually, it almost has a slightly heavier mouthfeel than most seltzers. I'm going to say a medium light mouthfeel. It's got a bit of a syrupiness to it. But There's a decent apple flavor, a hint of sweetness, and I'm not getting that odd, not to as much of a degree as normal, that odd bitter seltzer water flavor that usually turns me off to these. I'm just looking really quickly here. Again, 0 carbs, 10 milligrams of sodium, no protein, no total fat. And water, alcohol from cane. Oh, alcohol from cane sugar. Maybe that's the difference. Less than 2% of the following citric acid, blah, blah, blah. Stevia leaf sweetener. Huh. Try potassium citrate. Maybe it's the stevia leaf sweetener, or the fact that the alcohol is derived from cane sugar versus most of these, I think, use like a corn-based neutral, corn or grain-based neutral spirit. But this, I'm looking for the catch here, where there's like some sort of artificial sweetener used other than the stevia. That's not necessarily an artificial sweetener. That's a natural sweetener, but But again, whatever the hell they did here, I do get a little bit of that seltzer water bitterness on the back end that I don't like in seltzers to begin with, but it's to a much lesser degree than normal. Shit. I mean, it's apple-y. It's not totally apple. It's not tickling my fancy as much as an actual hard cider would, but in terms of a seltzer trying to taste like a cider, it's it's probably as close as anything's gonna get. Damn. I gotta hit this with a 3.5 out of 5. I'm impressed. I'm not so impressed that I'm gonna give it more than the 3.5. Now, bear in mind, and I'll try to mention this only once, on a scale of 1 to 5, a 2.5 is average. So 3.5 plus this is a distinctly above average flavor and taste experience overall. And I mean, compared to some other seltzers I've had, it's definitely in the top, probably 3 or 4. Not bad at all. I mean, look how fast it's disappearing. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's the stevia sweetener or something, but I was looking for the catch in the nutritional profile, but whatever they did with this, it's solid. Damn. All right. Brr. Definitely fizzy. Brr. Because it's coming back up on me. But, yeah, I'm going to take, the last sip of this. I'm going to go cleanse with some water, cleanse the palate. I do that in between drinks every time I do one of these variety packs. Cleanse the palate with some plain old non-fizzy Poland Spring water. And then we're going to do the Raspberry Truffle. All right, so next up, Raspberry Truffle. Same thing, 4% ABV, 0 grams of sugar, 80 calories, carbonated water, alcohol from cane sugar, less than 2% of the following natural flavors: citric acid, stevia leaf sweetener, and tripotassium citrate. Here we go. Ooh, pardon. Damn, there really is a lot of carbonation in these that's coming back up on me. Okay, same thing as before. I don't know. Might be in my imagination, but there might be a slight pinkish tinge to this one. Probably not in reality, though. But it's fizzy, clear water. Again, no surprises. But I do put these under the light because once in a while there is one here and there that does have some coloration to it, some distinct differences. So I'm not getting the same nose tickling sharpness that I did from the last one, so it probably has something to do with whatever they did to use for an apple flavor. Matter of fact, I'm getting a very subtle, very faint whiff of berry aroma, which I guess I can narrow down to raspberry just based on what I know the flavor is supposed to be, but it's not distinguishing itself in terms of the aroma. It just smells like berries. Again, light, crisp, easy to drink, light mouthfeel. It's not syrupy like the apple cider one is. It goes down smooth and easy as well. There's raspberry flavor, but without the bitterness. And I'm talking like none of the raspberry bitterness and also none of the seltzer water bitterness that I'm used to getting from seltzers. I'm not necessarily getting like a chocolate flavor, but there's an odd sweetness that I can almost imagine being a white chocolate flavor underneath the berry. There's that smooth, creamy sweetness that you get from a white chocolate. Damn. This one's surprising me as well. Shit. Excuse me. Again, it's a seltzer that just basically tastes like a sweet water. Sweet water! It's a Leisure Suit Larry reference, I believe. Sweetwater? Sweetwater is the pimp? Yeah. Anyway. This is some dangerous shit so far. Mm-hmm. I'm throwing another 3.5 out of 5 out of this one. Just smooth, crisp, easy to drink. It's getting more points than other seltzers do just because I'm impressed by the fact that it doesn't have that seltzer bitterness. And it is going down easy. Another benefit to seltzers, you can't believe I'm endorsing them in any way, shape, or form, but they do help you stay hydrated better than other alcoholic beverages do. I mean, at 4% ABV, you got to drink twice as many of them to get to the level of inebriation that you would with a decent beer. Yes, I'm saying 8% ABV is a decent beer because it's kind of on the level of what I'm used to, but seriously, I mean, they're never going to replace beers in my lineup, but I'm seeing the benefits here. Pardon. I mean, I'm a fat guy. Anything I can do to cut calories, which means doing the seltzers more often and beer less often, is not a bad idea. But I still prefer beer. Big time. Seltzers are still kind of a pussy drink as far as I'm concerned, but like I said, I'm not going to lie and say that I don't see the benefits. Anyway, another 3.5 out of 5 on the Raspberry Truffle. I'm going to take this last sip, cleanse with some water, and we will grab the Cranberry Orange. Alright, so now we have the Cranberry Orange. Same stuff as before. 80 calories, 0 grams of sugar, alcohol from cane sugar, carbonated water, less than 2% of the following: natural flavors, citric acid, stevia leaf sweetener, tripotassium citrate. I mean, at this point, 2 of these in, I gotta say that the alcohol derived from cane sugar and the stevia leaf sweetener, but less than 2% of this is the stevia leaf sweetener. So maybe it's the alcohol, because that's 4% of the ABV, being derived from cane sugar. Something in these is, pardon, combating the natural bitterness that I usually get from hard seltzers. And I don't know, it's definitely different from other hard seltzers that I've had so far. 2 out of 4 of the pack. Now, it's been making me burp more than a lot of stuff. And I'm also 3 deep and feeling the hiccups come on. So, yeah. Once again, no surprises. It's clear, it's bubbly. It looks like a sparkly, bubbly seltzer water. Maybe again a slight hint of pinkish tinge, which I'm starting to think is the light, but it'd be the best. Ooh, it's got a very neutral aroma. So just that first one had any sort of bite to the aroma, which tickled my nose and almost made me sneeze. I mean, it's only it's apple too, so. I'm not getting any hint of any particular aroma, just a very, very neutral, maybe a slight hint of sweetness to it. Again, light mouthfeel, bubbly and sparkly, tingles on the tongue. I'm getting more orange than cranberry, which is funny because orange gets the second billing to cranberry in this. But there's definitely an overall orange flavor, but a hint of tartness and that slight bitterness of cranberry as well. Huh. Now see, after a couple of swallows, now I'm getting an aroma of orange off of it. Yeah, a faint orange, flavor. Reminds me of Orangina. If you remember Orangina, the soda. Was it a soda or an orange drink? Or I think it was billed as a soda. Anyway, reminiscent of Orangina. It's got more of a citrusy, acidic bite to it than. But again, that might be borrowing some of the tartness and bitterness from cranberry, but mostly like this really yeah, really acidic orange, but still pleasant. And then tartness and a hint of bitterness that I have to attribute to the cranberry. Again, not fucking bad. I mean, this is another 3.5 out of 5 for me. It's going down fast. So, damn, I am impressed so far. 3 out of 3. Some of the best hard seltzers I've had. So, wow. I'm going to finish this one up. Again, cleanse with some water in between. Then we'll grab the Grapefruit Juniper. One. Alright, so we are up to the fourth and final one. Same stuff as before. 0 grams of sugar, 80 calories, blah 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 blah. Stevia and alcohol derived from cane sugar. This is Grapefruit Juniper. Sparkling ice spiked hard seltzer. Interesting. Okay, I think that was just... Okay. On the initial pour, it actually looked a little cloudy, but I think that was just the bubbles making it look cloudy from up above. Because again, it's another just clear, sparkling, bubbly water. This actually seems to be less effervescent than the previous 3, so... Where's that? I'm getting a slightly citrus aroma, kind of distinctly grapefruit, but this other sweetness, and I got to admit, I have no idea what juniper is supposed to smell like. I assume it's like a juniper berry, which might be similar to a honeyberry, which is a honeyberry is actually a berry that produced by a... Oh, hell. I had a previous video where I had something that had honey. Oh, it was the Dogfish Head premixed cocktails, and that one of them had honeyberry, and I was like, oh, what the hell is honeyberry? But it's a type of berry that I wasn't that familiar with. But juniper, I believe, is a berry. I'm not familiar with what it's supposed to smell like. But I'm definitely getting a distinctly citrusy aroma off of this, which I'm attributing to the grapefruit, but also an underlying sweetness that I can't put a particular character to. So I have to assume it's the juniper. And something else underlying both of them. Again, nice, light mouthfeel. crisp, easy drinking. I'm getting grapefruit, but it's not like grapefruit juice. Grapefruit juice is pretty acidic and harsh. This is more mellow than that. Alright, again, I don't know what the hell juniper is supposed to taste like, but there's an interesting sweet flavor to this that I really can't put my finger on, which must mean that it's juniper, and I believe juniper berry. It's like if Sunny D and Cherry Kool-Aid had a baby. And then that baby was like baptized in a fucking distillery. That's what I imagine this would taste like. Alright, this one's gonna be gone in about 2 seconds. I gotta hit this one with a 4 out of 5. And a 4.5. I'm gonna bump it up to a 4.5. Because whatever the hell juniper is bringing to the equation, it's definitely combining with the grapefruit to give me something that I've never had before in any other beverage. And it's way too fucking easy to drink. And just different and interesting enough to push it up to a 4.5. It's not quite giving me that wow or out of this world reaction that I would give to a perfect 5 out of 5 beverage. But a 4.5, it's as close as I'm going to get. Holy shit. Very interesting. Very interesting pack. Thanks again, Ben T, for giving me the heads up on this. I'm glad that I went out of my way on my travels to pick this up. It was only about 10 minutes out of my way of my normal travels, so no big deal. My local places didn't have it, so I just had to run and grab it. Hang on. I want the goddamn furnace to kick in and interrupt my little diatribe here, but he was messaging me as he was drinking through the pack, and he's like, Grapefruit Juniper, oh my god. I don't remember the exact word for word replay, but he was very much impressed by it and specifically mentioned it. So I've got to say that, yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Honestly, I think 3.5 is, for 3 out of these, that's higher than I've ever rated that many of us. Like, all right. I'm having trouble articulating this, but let's just say that most hard seltzers do not rate a 3.5 out of 5 from me. For 3 out of 4 in a mixed pack to do so is unprecedented. And for this one here to get a 4.5 is also unprecedented. I think in the Bud Light Fall pack, I might have given a 5 out of 5 to one of them. I can't remember at this point, but that was 1 out of 4, and the other 3 didn't rate a consistent 3.5 out of 5. So, honestly, sparkling ice is, maybe it's the stevia sweetener, maybe it's the fact that their alcohol is derived from cane sugar versus whatever sources are normally used for these hard seltzers, which I'm pretty sure the neutral spirit that they dump into them is from corn or rice or some other grain versus cane sugar. But the fact that they've made it less bitter, overall more pleasing to the palate, and still maintained the healthy profile, honestly, at 80 calories and no carbs and no sugars, they're above and beyond a lot of the other seltzers out there that come in at 100 calories. So mind blowing, mind blowing. This, if you're going to drink the hard seltzers, the sparkling ice, these guys apparently have their shit down, and this is where I would go for a hard seltzer. Especially considering that the flavor profile is pretty fucking good, and there's very little to none, pardon, of the bitterness that I've come to expect from a hard seltzer, from a seltzer water in general. I'm impressed. I really am. Start to finish on this this pack, and that's pretty much all I can say about it. Sparkling ice. Somebody got hard seltzer right. I mean, between this and the Bud Light Next, might have to revise my opinion on hard seltzers in general. I'm not afraid to say that. I can feel my testicles shrinking every fucking time I give props to them, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's just all I have to say about this pack. Hit me up down below in the comments or the email link. Let me know what you have to say about them while you're down there. Don't forget to like and share the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Once you've subscribed, make sure to click on that little bell icon up there. It'll turn on the notifications, let you know whenever I post a new video. If you've got a product that you think needs to be reviewed on this channel, I mean, I know I'm not huge, but I will try to accommodate you. If it's something I can find locally, again, like I said, Ben T, turn me on to these. Pardon. That was a fucking hit, man. So again, viewer suggestions, I will try to find them for you and do the reviews. Again, hit me up in the comments or the email link. Those are the best ways to get in touch with me for those. I got ye old analog backup, handwritten. Yeah, hiccups are trying to come through again. Yeah, ye old analog backup is the handwritten list for those of you who don't recognize that. And if it's available in the area, I will do what I can to find it. If it's not, then you'll never see it on the channel because I don't do a lot of traveling, but I'll travel within a reasonable distance. Anyway, viewer suggestions, let me know. I'll do what I can. If you got home brews, hit me up down there as well, or, you know, stuff you distilled at home even, I'll hit that up. Let me know. We'll see if we can find a way to get it into my hands, and I will give you a fair and balanced review. Just ask Jay McKay over at Keg House Brewing. I've done a few of his home-brewed beers. And again, fair and balanced. I'm honest. Anyway. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications. Hit me up with the viewer suggestions. Also hit me up with feedback down there. Comments and email. Whatever. Till next time, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Freaking cheers.